Hi guys, it's been a while since I've done a proud mode video. To be honest, I've been putting off doing the content because I've wanted to record it. I felt guilty whenever I've just done it just for myself. So I thought, alright, stuff it, I'll just make a video. I've been trying to get through as best I can, and in the most free to play way as possible. Now, of course I am free to play, but the only... basically I was very lucky in a medal draw and got a KHUx, which is going to be helping me out on quests like this. Like, it'll help me out, but obviously you guys cannot possibly be expected to have one. I think it was something like a 2 or 3% drop, so I got immensely lucky getting one, so I'm going to try not to use him if I possibly can. So I said I'd get to 80 and then I'd keep going from there on video, so I'll try and get to maybe 85 in this video and then keep going in a different video. The reason I'm doing this now is because I want to get as many jewels as possible before the anniversary. It's coming up quite soon, and as you guys know, for every 5 of these quests that we do, we get 150 jewels. So in my case, I've still got 70 to go. So that's what? 14 lots of 150 jewels, so that's 1500 plus 3 plus 6, so 2100 more jewels, I think, to grab out of here, I think. Is that right? I don't know. I can't do math. But that's probably not right. Don't quote me on that. Hang on. Okay, that's 2100 jewels for me. I just when they confirmed it, so I wasn't telling you guys nonsense. So that means that if you were to start proud mode right now, you're a brand new player, haven't done any proud mode, if you can get through all the 150 that we have available, there's nearly 5,000 jewels in it for you. So it's pretty great. Pretty great. So let's give it a start. So there are some that we're going to be able to pass, and some that we're going to be able to complete all the objectives in. Some we just won't be able to. So, okay, so I've got a pretty ugly looking setup right here. The reason that I've got it is because it's trying to be, and you're going to laugh in a second when I say this, but it's trying to be free to play. And then you're going to say, what the hell's he doing there? He is just to tap. He is just to make use of the reverse power slot that he's sitting in. You'll notice that he's not chipped he's not chipped at all. And the reason for that is that he would be quite strong otherwise. He'd have over 8,000 strength in that if he was. So if you guys have any random reverse power metal, slap him in there. You just do a little bit extra damage. It's not what I'm really aiming for. I'm really aiming for just to maximize this slot here. You can see I've got that little World of Final Fantasy Squall Leon in there. And I'm just trying to power him up as cheaply as possible and then fire him off. So I've got a event medal here that raises our strength by 1 tier for 1 turn. I don't think this is gonna cut it, unfortunately. I think you're gonna have to use a general attack up times 3 medal here. Sorry. I would really recommend Sebastian, and in fact I would be using Sebastian if it was 6 stars, but unfortunately, sorry, my one I've kept at 5 stars, and I just, mainly because of the cost, I like having the cost so low. That means I can try out other metal experimentations very easily without having to worry, so yeah, mine's there at the moment, but it will probably shift when Union Cross comes out and the cost of all metals is able to be dropped down to 20. Sorry, down 20 from 46. So I'll just slap probably a lot of SIDs on my main medals that I use all the time, and then not have to worry about different experimentations, whatever. Anyway. Okay, so I would really recommend using Sebastian in that first slot if you guys have him. And you should. You really should have a Sebastian with SP attack gauge 1. I'm going to be using that so often from now on, so I hope you guys are as well. Let's give this a try. I'm pretty sure I might do a setup where I just sprint past them first, just to make sure we can actually pass it. So the target's in that direction. We've got a large body behind us. Okay, we can dodge him. Bag of coal there. So again, there's really nothing wrong with dodging all the enemies to get to the final target, because you can always replay these. Oh, there you go. Okay, we can get to the target straight away. So okay, let's just clear the quest, because this might be one of the ones that we come back to later on. Okay, poison didn't go off, that's fine. Okay. There you go, I've already cleared one quest. Again, we're going to just get, like right now, I'm just running for the jewels. I'm not really running for the sun gems. Although those are very, very nice to have, and they're going to be helpful when we get our new Keyblade. Yeah, we didn't complete any objective, obviously. Yeah, they'll be very, very, very desirable as we level up our Keyblades. But it's going to be like the Moogle of Glory, you know? It's going to be a case of get them when you can. Sorry. Get past the content that you can pass, and when you encounter roadblocks. Story quest. Ugh, remember these. I hated them. If you encounter roadblocks, just try and dodge around it if you can. If you can't one-turn it, it's not the end of the world. Because you eventually will be able to. Like, I can laugh at the Moogle of Glory content now, where I used to just be, not terrified, but very incapable of passing it before. Okay, only special attacks requiring 2 or fewer gauges allowed. That's tricky. Okay, well luckily I've already got my Halloween Sora just sitting here. Sorry, Christmas Sora sitting here. He's a really great candidate because he's going to raise our strength for 2 tiers. Automatically, Sebastian's out, Ariel and Flanders out, I think Piglet's out. So we don't really have much in the way of boosters. If you have a Rax medal, you can throw that on, but I definitely don't have one. Okay, what are we going to do? Let's continue with our World of Final Fantasy medal. I hope you guys did at least 1 pull from that draw because it was a really, really good deal. I did 3 because I was saving for a long time. Well, not just for that, but I took advantage of it when it came out. So I'm hoping that a combination of Leon and Spikey over here can do the work. If you guys don't have them, what else is 2 gauges? What else is 2 gauges? Let's have a look. Okay, this is absolutely terrible an absolutely terrible medal, but it could potentially do some work for you. Again, this is going to recover our HP, so even just for survivability, it could be a useful medal. We'll use 1 Christmas Sora, another Christmas Sora, and then pop Beast in there. And you deal a decent hit, as long as your enemies weren't too strong. He was pretty easy to get. And I got him when I was like kind of just starting to figure out the game, so my guilt was really low, and I wasn't able to get the like a limited edition version of that medal. So hopefully you guys were able to get a gilded copy of him. What else could we use? We've got Beast here, but again that was for top 5,000 people, so not everyone might have it. These guys are 3 cost, yeah, they're 3 cost unfortunately, and I believe these are as well. That's 4 cost, and so is Classic Goofy. So we really haven't been given much in the way of event medals. However, there's your boy Pantas here. Okay, that's pretty weak. I was thinking maybe it could help us. I saw 2.63 and I'm like, oh, that's great. But the more turns have passed, he's practically useless. I forgot. We can't use her. Okay, we haven't got much in the way of good medals that are power that cost less than 2. So bear with me, unfortunately. I'm going to be using these Waff medals, but hopefully you guys are okay with that. Hopefully you have one of your own. Again, not boosted, not even orbed whatsoever, just a bog standard World of Final Fantasy Squall, with 1,000 chips in it. So hopefully that's not too out of reach for you guys, hopefully. And if it is, let me a message, we'll figure something out. Anyway, let's give it a try. I could be talking shit and then not even be able to pass the mission, so let's find out. Loading. Okay. So again, we can do a cleanup run later, but let's just try and pass the content first. Because there will be stuff we will be able to one-turn. Like, there are going to be things in here we can easily one-turn. So let's try and one-turn this stuff, but not be too disappointed if we can't. Again, this general just 1 buffer is nice, but it's not great, really. So you saw I just used him just as a tapping medal. Yeah. Okay, cool. So for 4 costs, we were able to take out that pack there. And that's a pretty good barometer for how much damage we're going to be dealing to all these enemies. So we're easily able to take out 1 bar for 4 costs, so let's do it again. So you see that KHUx is sitting in that slot. I'm not using its attack, but even swiping it did pretty good damage. So even if you have like a 5 or a 6 star medal sitting in there, as long as it's reverse power, even the swipes will deal a decent amount of damage. You see, if I... oh, hello. If I chipped it, it would do a lot more. But just so we're on more of the same playing field, I'm not going to chip it for a little while. Okay, so, yep, easily able to take that guy out. We're doing okay for SP, but we have to be careful still. So we've got at least 2 more enemies to go. Bonk. Wow. Did a decent bit of damage. Okay, so swipe again, and fire off Leon. Douche, 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 douche. So it's dealing about 28,000 per hit at a general attack up +1. So... okay, no enemies in here. Nope. Just double check. Okay, we got them all. Great. So we need to deal 10,000 in 1 hit, excluding Nova, if we want that extra bonus. But I don't think I'm going to get that, unfortunately. However, I should be able to complete the rest of the objectives. So we're going to beat all the enemies. Going to fire off our Nova. Bap. And I should just be able to tap these guys. Yeah. Cool. Okay, so World of Final Fantasy Leon did all my work there, all of it. But I'm trying to think, if you had like a Gilted Tier 1 medal with attack boost 1 or 2 maybe, like one of the farmable medals, maybe you could... yeah, because they've got 2.78 multipliers, the World of Final Fantasy medals, I think. So it's not unreasonably high, but that attribute, like that effective against all enemies attribute, is so good. Anyway, I hope you guys don't consider that not free to play, because I guarantee you I'm free to play. Okay, next one. So what's the objective here? Requiring 3 or fewer gauges, so that's awesome. Okay, so we can use almost the same setup, but we now have access to a lot more event medals. So I'm going to make a quick setup featuring event medals. I'll be right back. So I just went to make a new setup then with like Majesty and all that, and then I was thinking like, well, I really kind of like the one I just had. Like for area of like multiple enemies, this is actually quite a good setup. So I think I might do another run as it is. I've just gone and restored my SP. If that doesn't work, I might try this like quick Majesty setup I put together, but yeah, let's give it a go like this for now. Yeah. We have access to Maui now for this quest, because we can put him in that 3rd slot. If we've got a Gilted Maui, he could deal a decent bit of damage, so I might try that setup instead, but... woof. Okay, so we had the objective to defeat the gargoyle within 1 turn. We're going to have to do that if we want... okay, I really wish poison went off there. If we want the Sun Orb, we're going to have to defeat this guy within 1 turn regardless, so let's give it our best effort. In terms of buffers, I'm obviously wanting to use... oh, Jesus Christ. Wow, I did nothing. I might get killed here. Okay, I didn't. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get killed, because I just want to restart. I'm going to take a look at the rest of the enemies in this stage, and see what we can do about it. If we can use Majesty or Maui to clear all the guys, then I might want to do that instead. Majesty would obviously take out that guy in 1 turn, but would he be able to take out the rest of the enemies? Let's find out. Sorry if I'm rambling. Man, did you... speaking of rambling, did anyone check out Rick and Morty Season 3? Just premiered today. I love that show so friggin' much. And to just like randomly drop it in the middle of nowhere, that's on April Fool's Day. That's so funny. I love that sense of humor. Okay, so back to our regular scheduled programming. We are gonna try Take out all the enemies, so it looks like there's no one else too difficult. Yeah, I'd love to have Ariel and Flounder in that first slot, but obviously she's a top 5,000 medal, and not everyone's going to have her, so... this may be a case of... Yeah, this may be a case of... come back to this one later, as in like, try and beat it if you can. If you can't one turn everything, it's not a big deal, we'll come back later. When we're a bit stronger. Because, I mean, as you guys know, the power creep is just getting insane. It's changing all the time. And Union Cross is about to hit, and just, I cannot wait to see what happens. Like, it's going to be ridiculous. Buffer's getting more powerful by the minute. Okay, so we only have just a random shadow on the ground there. I never noticed that before. Okay, so the only thing that we can't do in here, just from this basic setup, is take out that gargoyle in one turn. But apart from that, we can do everything, so... Another one! That's a bit rude. Am I gonna have enough now to actually take out the final boss? That's gonna be the question. Okay, I've got 3 gauges, almost 4, so if I use my Nova here, I should just be able to make it, so... Fire off our Christmas Sora first of all. We get just 2 gauges back, perfect. But actually no, we should be able to tap, so... There we go, we cleared that one. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the objective for clearing it all within one turn, because we didn't. Simple as that. So, I'm just thinking, could have Meowdesty done any better there? But we had so many enemies in groups, I don't think Meowdesty would have done any better there at all. So, yeah, it's conflicting, guys. Maybe like Maui followed up with a Meowdesty in the 4th slot. So like Maui could have done a lot of work, and then like to all the groups, Maui would have done a decent amount of work. And then Meowdesty would have followed up in that 4th slot, but unless your Maui had like AB2 or AB3 plus APP, I might try that again a bit later on with Maui in that 3rd slot, because I'm just thinking now that could have actually done some decent damage, but let's move on for now. Hopefully we're out of treasure trove, hopefully. Nope. Only multi-target special attacks allowed. Okay, so guess what that means? Guess what that means? I'm getting Sebastian back. So with Sebastian back, life is good. Life is so very, very good. This is one of the ones that we should be able to take out in one turn. Sorry, bang, right on in there for me. So I'm thrilled about that. I'm thrilled to bits, because whenever I see that I can use my general attack up 3 buffers, I'm a happy boy. I'm a very, very happy boy. So let me go restore my SP, and we'll be right back to give it an attempt. Okay, so SP has been restored, and we're back. Multi-target special attacks allowed only, that's right. So I'm going to keep Squall there, but I reckon if you guys don't have Squall but you have Maui, plop Maui right in there. Maui's going to be just fine in that slot, probably dealing a hell of a lot of damage. I haven't even shipped mine yet, so I don't know, I never really got the impression that it was a great medal, but some people have been using it like religiously, so I reckon I owe it another chance. Like I said, I never even shipped mine for some reason. I think I was like running short on ships when the event first came out, so I definitely owe it to that medal to go back and have another look at it. Anyway, that's beautiful. Okay, so a World of Final Fantasy medal there was doing nearly 30,000 a hit. Sorry, nearly 30,000 per activation with the general attack up plus 3. It's a mouthful. Can I just swipe these guys? Ooh. Maybe, but I really don't want to risk it. Shit. Ah, damn it. Damn it! Alright. Alright. Okay, so I was trying to be a smartass before and try and like save a bit of SP by just swiping it, but Didn't pay off, so... oh well. So we're going to make sure we defeat all the enemies in here, and the game's given us the guide that there are 15 enemies to defeat, so if we try and keep a basic track on how many, 2 there, about 4 or 5 here I think, so we're up to about 6 or 7. 3 more here, so we're up to about 10, 9 or 10. That's just like a way of making sure you haven't missed any enemies basically, because there's no point only getting a few, you know, you may as well, you kind of have to get them all if you want the sun gem, so can't see any others around. Now someone on Reddit posted a good tip, listen. Okay, let's try that again. Sorry about the volume, but... Okay, so you had nothing was heard there, but you hear that sound of them spawning in when you walk into the room. That means that there's still some in here. Like, obviously there's ones in here, but I don't believe there were any in the previous room. It's just a tip someone shared on Reddit, so hopefully it's true. Oh, you idiot. I shouldn't have done that. Because now I'm going to have to waste 5 SP on an attack I don't want to use, just because I'm an idiot. I tried to save 2 SP and ended up spending 5. Stupid. Okay, and I believe with that 3 plus the 4, the few from before, that's definitely the 15 that we need. Okay, so 1 hidden enemy's left. Okay, we should be good. So here, just a regular Nova Blast should take these guys out, so we're just going to use this. And a Nova Blast. And we're done. Beautiful. And if I didn't spend 5 gauges like an idiot, I'd be almost at full cost by now. Okay. So we have yet another sun gem into the pile. And we are 1 quest away from our 150 joules, I believe. I feel like such an idiot. I wanted to do this video and then talk about joules in general and like how many storage spaces to buy. And I was like, we shouldn't, like maybe you don't buy as many as you possibly can afford right now. Maybe like buy 100 spaces so you can do a bunch of pulls. Okay, so quest number 85. Let's give it a go. Oh, okay. So I just went and restored my SP on my on my treasure trove, but I guess I didn't have to because we're on to 3 wishes now. Okay, cool. Only special attacks dealing 11 or fewer hits is allowed. Okay, that's very specific, but... so World of Final Fantasy Yuna is off the table for me, but if you have a Tama, I think you can use her. So I've got my Donald there, and I've also got my Maleficent, which I can finally use now. Very cool. So yeah, I rolled a charming 69% on her. I haven't even leveled her up all the way yet. Cool, very cool. So let's get in there. We'll change up this medal here. We'll put something else on. If you guys have Sebastian, feel free to use it right there. In fact, I might actually use Sebastian there because of just in the terms of like saving SP cost. But let's make a quick setup real quick. Okay, so I think I've come up with a pretty free-to-play strategy here. We've got these 2 event medals. So I haven't used Jack in quite a while, but I guess we can still use him. He's going to deal pretty good no attribute damage across the board. Now obviously this large armor here could be a problem, so I'm bringing Classic Donald to hopefully deal with that. As we know, my Sebastian there, and this Pete just, sorry, this Smee just sits here just to fill the space basically. I'm not going to use him at all. Maleficent... Yeah, I mean, her cost is too high to use, but she's got a pretty good attack stat, so yeah, why not just poke her on the end there. Okay, let's give it a go. Oh, that's the wrong Donald, but whatever. You guys probably have a Donald closer to that. Mine's got APP on it for some reason, so even though I kind of regretted it at first, but I sort of like it now. Obviously yours won't have APP on it, probably. Okay, so let's use the regular AB2 one. It's going to deal just fine amount of damage. Okay, let's get into it. So, check for all enemies.
Use 5 or more special attacks. Defeat all enemies within 1 turn. Okay, so no one else down here. So yeah, don't forget these 2 sets of enemies down here. Use our buffer, and then use our Jack. He should deal just fine amount of damage. Okay, so he did about 1.5 bars off a ×3 buffer. So that's good to know. So now the experiments, will he do... Okay, AB2 triggered, so we should definitely take these guys out, yeah. Without a buffer, with AB2 triggering, he did... Oh, wow. We're already done. Oh, are we though? No, we're not. Okay, ooh, that was close. Okay, so just to save SP, I'm not going to use my buffer. And yeah, AB2 is able to do the work and take him out easily, so... Okay, now we're just left with the big boss, so we're definitely going to use our buffer here. As we always do with the final boss, we use our Nova and see how much health we have left. And we're at the point now where we could probably just tap, yeah, we can probably just tap and Y. So, there we go. We've got all our gauges back as well. So that one was actually pretty easy. We should get all the objectives there, as well as the 150 joules for clearing the mission. So, yeah, I think I'll leave it there, because I think the video is starting to run a bit long now. Yeah, 40 minutes, Christ. Obviously I've cut a lot of that out, but... Yeah, there we go. So our Electrum Ore and our Joules. Brilliant. So... I think I have just under 2,000 more Joules that I'm going to be able to get from Proud Mode quests. Let's find out where that puts me. 1 second. Okay, so... 2170, so I've got almost 2,000 to come. But I also have some presents that I haven't actually collected yet. I've got quite a few, to be honest. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 900 more Joules to come out. 22,600. I might as well just collect them now. Why not? So I should have 22,600 now. Plus nearly 2,000 more is going to put me at 24,000 basically. Sorry. 2,000 more from the Proud Mode quest will put me at 2450, and then we're going to get 6,000 more from the pre-registration stretch goal being met, if you will. So I'm going to have over 30k with all my scrimpings and savings, meaning that if there is a 10 pull mercy, I now will have the option to go for it. That doesn't mean I will take it, because in my last video I kind of talked about... Noisy children. Sorry about that. My last video I talked about if we were to hypothesize that Illustrated Kari 2 would be our anniversary banner, and if she would potentially come with a 10 pull mercy, I don't know if I could justify spending all that on her. Like, I understand that she's a great medal. I understand she's very, very good. I just don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could spend, like, after saving for this long, I don't know if I could just blow it all in one place. However, I did forget that we also have daily jewel challenges, so let's quickly do those, huh? I have the freedom of not being restricted to one particular keyblade anymore. Oh, God, it's like I can breathe again. Stretch out my arms, stretch out my legs. Let's see what this one holds for us. So, holy dolly. Defeat 6 or more enemies is the objective. So, okay, we've got 3 level 250 copters right in front of us. So, there's lots of SP around. That's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, some 250 copters as well as the final enemy, and what else we got? There's got to be some more enemies around because we need to defeat 6 for the objective, so... there's 3 inside there. Okay, there's 3 in that mob there, so... It's not too hard, it's a bit shocking at first, but I thought that was going to be like a black copter fleet at level 300 waiting around the corner or something, but...
Actually, that's a bit rude because you're going to have to defeat at least one of these guys if you want any jewels at all. I hope the free-to-play players can, well, the newer players rather, can deal with that actually. And then you have to defeat at least 2 of these mobs if you want. Do I have to use a special attack here? I'm going to. Okay, brilliant. Alrighty, and now the final foe. Hopefully my Donald can take him out. So yeah, just with Proud Mode in general, the way I'm going to be playing it is, I'm going to try and give like as free-to-play setup as I can. That might mean that we can't get all the objectives straight away. That might just mean that I'm going to do my best to think, okay, what do people have? What are they likely going to have? And sometimes I will have the capability of doing it in one turn, but I don't think everyone will. So there's like no point doing like a middle of the road strategy because that doesn't help out me, that doesn't help out you guys. So, oh, okay, there we go. We got jewels. If you can just defeat 1 pack, you get the jewels. So that's pretty good. I think everyone should be able to do that. Hopefully, like if you grab the Maleficent medal and like a buffer, you should be able to take out the red copter fleet at least, and then yeah, defeat the final the boss mob. And that should get you your 200 jewels. So, let's have a little poke into this quest here. First anniversary countdown, number 4. I wonder if like the final day they'll just have like a bunch of golden triclomas with just the number 1 on top of their heads. Okay, so we're going to be smart how we take these guys on. Now, even though there's only 1 hit left in him, if I use Classic Donald here, even though he deals like 1 billion hits, I can still get away with it. So, I'm sure you guys know that, but just in case you don't. Okay. Okay, exactly the same as before. 1, 2, being very, very careful. 3, Classic Donald. And exactly the same as before. 1, 2, with even less health. 3. And there we go. Okay, all gone. Alright guys, this has been a bit of a bonus little add-on to my Proud Mode Quest video, but yeah. If you guys need any like specific help, feel free as always to drop a line and say like, hey, I've got this setup here, I've got these medals, but I don't have the one you used. Can we think of something? I think some of my commenters will vouch that I really do try and help you guys out in that sense. Wow, more planes. That's awesome. I might actually farm these this quest because I love me some planes. Yeah, leave me a comment and say, look, I need some help, and I will do my absolute best to try and get you guys through. Yeah, until the next video, I'll catch you guys soon. All the best, guys.